Alright, it is the next day. It's Saturday and I wasn't intending to spend any time with this mess. Oh, hi. Today, but Ken's outside doing some yard work, so I figured I would just spend like, I don't know, maybe 20 minutes in here finishing up this last little bit, but like literally you can see all around me is all taken care of. There's literally just this box. Doesn't really even count because that's just accessories, so it's like these tiny piles. I did want to mention, however, this is like more pregnancy related than like baby clothes related, but I'm gonna show you all my belly button, so if you like don't like seeing pregnant bellies or anything, then just skip the next couple seconds. But my belly button, I've had that pierced for 11 years, something like that, and I still had my normal belly button ring in up until 25 weeks, but it was kind of getting a little red and a little irritated, and I didn't know if it was because like the skin was stretching out and getting all like dry and whatnot, or I remember kind of catching it on something, which is easier to do. Like now that my belly protrudes out, I definitely have been like catching it on stuff, or just like when I rub my belly or something, I'll just kind of irritate it. So I'm not sure if it's a combination of both or what, but it's like kind of red. And I posted on Instagram and a bunch of y'all were saying to get one of like the silicone bendy ones, which I did think I would have to get at some point. Like I knew about them, I knew they were on Amazon. I just hadn't purchased any because I was like, maybe I'll get away with that one. No, apparently that's not really a thing. A lot of women were saying that they just like took theirs out and then put it back in after like postpartum, or they just like left it out, which I cannot imagine a world in which my belly button doesn't have a ring in it. It's just like I've had it for my entire adult life, and I really just think I look weird. Like my belly looks weird. I just like don't recognize myself without it. Just like I would probably never take my nose ring out. I just don't recognize myself without it. But it got kind of irritated. I actually have my little belly band on right now because my belly is feeling heavy. But as you can kind of see, the top part got like a little bit red and irritated. So this is actually like the silicone band. It doesn't hurt at all. It just doesn't look awesome. My belly button is also starting to like kind of get bigger and like poke out a little bit. It feels totally fine. It's super long. It's definitely like not the cutest thing, but it feels a little bit better. So I'm hoping because it's bendy and it's longer, it won't catch on stuff as easily. So we'll see about that. I'll link the ones that I purchased in case y'all are in the market, but just wanted to mention that. Another like pregnancy update. My body's like rejecting my belly button ring all of a sudden. So anyway, I'm gonna sit here, get after these clothes, which should literally take like maybe 15 minutes, and then relax. Hey y'all, it is the next day. Again, I don't know if this is part of the last pregnancy vlog or if this is gonna be a start of a new one, because I'm just kind of filming like crazy, but we're making such good progress. Look, I'm like hiding all the bad stuff, but all the clothes are officially put away. This tank top used to be so big on me. Now it's so tight. All the clothes are taken care of. That box right there is just accessories, which actually kind of works out because I need to figure out like how I want to store those in terms of like little bins in the drawers, and then how I want to separate out like the ages, and there's socks and there's hats and there's gloves and all that stuff. But it kind of works out that I haven't addressed that yet because I actually got a little H&M order in just now. Again, I'm like out of breath from walking up the stairs, I swear. So most of this stuff, it's mostly accessories, are gonna have to go in that box as well, and then we'll be part of kind of the accessory organization. So I figured I would show y'all like a little mini H&M baby haul. It's the first time I've ever ordered anything baby related from H&M. I've heard really good things. Well, I've heard good things about like the quality and stuff, but I've also heard that the sizing is a little bit weird. So I didn't really get much in the way of clothes. I mostly got accessories and like a couple clothing pieces just to kind of try out. And they're pretty nice. And I actually just got another coupon emailed to me. So I might place another little order. I'm not 100% sure. I also figured I would just kind of like vlog a little bit today because there's a big soccer game on today. So we're kind of like making it a thing. I'm gonna like make some appetizers for us to snack on, and it's gonna be a fun little day. So I figured I'll do this little haul and then I'll bring you along for the day. And then tomorrow morning at like 8 a.m. I have my OB appointment, just like a standard regular every 4 weeks OB appointment. So I figure I'll roll that footage from tomorrow into whatever vlog I'm filming today. I have like no idea how I'm organizing these, but I actually did just get this delivered from Amazon today as well. This is just a little peri bottle for postpartum, which actually y'all are like sitting on my postpartum pile right now, which has like the diapers and the pads and like the medicated like Tux wipes and the stool softener and some like breast pads and stuff. So this is gonna go on that pile. So I figured I would just show y'all because it came at the same time as the H&M order. But this is the brand, and this had like the best reviews on Amazon. I swear, I think this has like, it has thousands of reviews, like a lot of reviews. And I thought it was cool because it comes in a little like drawstring bag. It just seems like pretty nice quality. The fact that it comes with a little carrying case. And like I said, the reviews are crazy. It's like the best reviewed Perry bottle on Amazon. But this is the one I got. It's kind of like a silicone little squeezy bottle, and then obviously has the little bidet attachment, and then it kind of goes in and it gets smaller so you can store it in here. So I'll probably throw that in my hospital bag. I know they're probably gonna have it at the hospital, but I'm pretty sure the ones I've seen at the hospital, what they say is that they don't have like, they're just a squeezy bottle. They don't have like the inverted tip like these do. I'm an overpacker, so I know without a doubt I'm gonna overpack for the hospital, and I have accepted that and I'm okay with that. But this will also be obviously the one that I use at home, so that's gonna go in my little postpartum pile. And then from H&M, I got the cutest things. First of all, I'm laughing at the tags because the sizing is so weird. It says like in US, this would be considered a 3 to 6 month item, but in like the UK, it's considered a 2 to 6 month item. And I'm like, do babies grow at a different rate in the UK than they do in America? Like, why do we have different sizing on that? I just thought that was kind of funny. So as you can kind of tell, this is the cutest little striped beanie. I'll link all this stuff. H&M sells out of stuff all the time, but I think they restock, so I will link this whether it's in stock or not. I will put it down below for y'all to check out. But it's so cute, just like a cream color with stripes, and then it says new in the crew on like the little patch, which I feel like just having a little patch there is obviously kind of like a trend. Like a lot of hats that like even I would purchase for myself have like a little patch. It's just like a simple beanie. I think that is the cutest thing. I love the patch on it. And then this is kind of like a different, you know, style. Like this is kind of more like the fold over, like cuffed sort of knitted version. And then this is one of those more, I think, kind of like slouchy versions. And this one says Baby Originals on like the little patch. Really nice material. Like this feels really thick, like really high quality. Like I would totally want this in my size for myself. So I got those two little hats. Like I said, this is mostly accessories. And then I got a couple little like summer kind of hats. This one's actually reversible. These are both, I think, in 6 to 12 months. These little hats, this one has like little safari animals on it. So stinking cute. And then it has little ties. Obviously these are just like little kind of summer bucket hats. So adorable. And then this one, like I said, it's a little bit of a different material. This is more kind of like a linen, and this feels more of like kind of a thicker cotton. But again, this one honestly feels like it's a little bit better quality. But this one is like reversible, so you can do the blue or the whales, and then it has the little strings on it. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait to see my child in these. I think that's gonna be so cute. And then I had to get a couple of baseball hats. I feel like there's so much cute stuff for little girls, you know, for like accessories in terms of like bows and headbands and the little turbans and like skirts and all those cute things. And boys don't have a ton of ways to accessorize them except for baseball caps, and obviously I know probably a lot of babies are not crazy about wearing these. So I only got these two, and they were super affordable, so if he's not crazy about them, I feel like it'll just be cute for like a photo op here and there, and that's probably about it. But I got this little like New York one. It has like a really nice like suede on the brim here, and it's just so stinking cute. This one is 12 months, or in UK 9 to 12 months. I think that's adorable. And then this one is 6 to 12 months, or 9 to 12 months. I don't understand these different size comparisons, but this one's just kind of like a simple little, it has a little bit of like elastic in the back so it'll stretch, and this is just like a plain kind of sage green. Really pretty. I feel like Ken and the baby could like match in something like this, so I think this will be cute to kind of like display, like maybe put in his closet, like out on the little shelf thing we have. So I thought that was cute. And then in terms of clothes, like I said, I only got a couple of things. I got this little t-shirt, which I think is so adorable. This is a 12 month, so like a 9 to 12 month, and it actually has a couple buttons just on the one side to make it easier to get on, which I thought was cute. And I was just picturing like this little t-shirt with like this little hat, like how with like jeans. Tell me that wouldn't be the cutest little outfit. And I really do have to say this material is really soft. It's really nice. It feels like durable and thick. Really like the material. That's like an older one, obviously. And then I have a couple little onesies here. These two came in like a little pack. This is just like a long sleeve onesie with like this little kind of tiger on it. This I feel like is fairly gender neutral for the most part. This one's yellow, and actually these little ears are kind of like 3D, which I thought was so cute. And then this is like a little outfit. My husband said this was kind of girly, which I don't think this is girly at all. I think this is like extremely gender neutral, but it's just a little long sleeve. Maybe just because it has a heart on it. Does that make it girly? Like, I don't think so. But it says love with a little heart, and again, this material is seriously like so, just feels really, really nice. And it came with these like little pants that say love is our power. I like how they're kind of like folded over already, so you would obviously kind of like tuck, you know, the onesie into the little sweatpants. I just think the sweatpants are so cute, and I love the patch. And then it just came with like this little hat that kind of matches this, which I don't know, maybe this is kind of girly, but I don't think so. So I don't know. So again, this is kind of another accessory. So that was the little haul. Like I said, I will link all of it, just a couple of things. I just wanted to try it out and see how I liked it, and I think it's really nice. So I might order a couple more things. Their accessories are just really affordable, which I think these are the things you probably don't want to spend a lot of money on, because they're probably only gonna wear them like a couple times just for like a picture or something. So anyway, I'm gonna go downstairs and get started on the snacks for today. In other super glamorous news, my cat just a little bit ago stepped in her own poop and then like ran out of the room and tracked little like poop footprints all on the carpet up here. So that was cute and fun to deal with. So the first thing I'm making is like very not exciting. I'm literally just gonna make pigs in a blanket, which I love, but I don't think I've ever made at home, believe it or not, for some reason. I don't know how that's possible. So I'm just gonna obviously use the little cocktail weenies. This is just a roll of crescent dough. I'm just gonna cut each triangle into 3 and then roll the little piggies up in the dough. And then I'm actually just gonna air fry them. I looked up a recipe and it says you can air fry them just for like 3-4 minutes each. So I'm gonna try that. I don't know what's the deal with this dough, but it's like just one giant log. Like, this is not unrollable at all. It's literally just like, it's just a big huge thing of like fluffy dough. So this is not gonna be as easy as it would normally be, because you can just use a little triangles. So I'm just kind of like ripping little sections and like rolling up the hot dogs. So these are not gonna be probably very cute. And now this is probably gonna take a lot longer than I thought. And then the other recipe I'm gonna make is this Hissy Fit dip, which I've made something similar to this. This is like slightly different, but it's basically like basically what it says here, like a cream cheese and like cheesy sausage dip that you can put with like tortilla chips and stuff like that. So I'm super excited. I'll link this for y'all if you wanna try it. Here they are. I think I left them in maybe like a minute too long. But honestly, they look so good. They're kind of sizzling. All right, the dip is in the oven. I'm so excited for that. All right, and here's the spread. This dip, I took a little taste. It's so good. I made some salad with like cherries, peaches, apples, banana, watermelon, my pigs in a blanket, chips for the dip. Let's go. It's so early and we need to leave and get in the car to go to our appointment right now. But I'm gonna hop out of bed, just like throw on t-shirt, this shacket, which I will have in a haul that might already be up or might be coming. I'm not totally sure, but it's from Forever 21 and I am so obsessed with the tie-dye, and it's so cozy. Got the 25.5-ish week bump, some denim shorts, and we're gonna head out, maybe grab some breakfast or something afterwards, and then I'll give y'all a recap. All right, we just got back, checked on baby boy, grabbed some breakfast. We got a bacon, egg, and cheese for Ken. Black and white, because we're so obsessed with those. And then just an Asiago with scallion cream cheese for me. It's like my favorite. All right, I guess I will do a quick little update from the appointment. It was, again, just like a standard, like every 4 weeks appointment. So nothing, oh, excuse me. So nothing really too earth-shattering. First of all, the bagel was so freaking good. I love scallion cream cheese on an Asiago bagel in particular. Yeah, nothing really super noteworthy. I guess they're switching how they're doing things, and they're having like the nurse, like the, I guess kind of like the nurse practitioner, you know, that takes your, like you do the urine sample and then she'll like take your blood pressure and weigh you. They had her do the Doppler like right when we got into the room. Like usually she just kind of leads us into the room and then leaves, and then the actual doctor does the Doppler, but I guess they're having the nurses do the Doppler now, which she like, I don't know, she's not like new to the practice, because like I see her every time I go, but maybe she had recently started there since before I started, you know, maybe recently, like maybe she's only been working there for a couple months, but she like, not that she didn't seem like she knew what she was doing, but she was having a really hard time finding the heartbeat, which obviously like had me a little bit worried at first, but like I can find the heartbeat really easily on my little Doppler, and I felt him moving this morning, so it's like I wasn't really worried, but I was also like, why can't she find it? Especially because he's fairly big at this point, you know, he's like over 2 pounds, so I feel like he should be like fairly easy to find the heartbeat. But then she was like, oh, I had it, and then he moved. So I don't know, it took her like a couple minutes to find the heartbeat, which like was a little unsettling, but then she got it and it was 150, which is pretty much what it always is every time I check his heart rate as well. And then the doctor came in and she said she looked over like the echo and everything from the high risk appointment, and she said that looked good, which obviously like we already knew because we talked to the doctor while we were there too. And then she measured my belly, you know, like the fundal height, and she said I'm measuring at 26 weeks and I'm 25 and a half. She said I'm measuring perfectly well. And then I asked her about my belly button while she was there like measuring me. My shirt was obviously up, and she was like, yeah, I mean, it doesn't like look terrible, but what you don't want to have happen is that it like it gets, your body like rejects it to the point where that skin basically just rips, like the skin that's around, like if this is the piercing, like the skin that's kind of holding it in just like literally just rips, and you just kind of have like 2 pieces of skin just like flapping there. She's like, you probably don't want that. And obviously, I don't know, that would look gross, and then you probably have to get that removed. I don't know, that just seems like I don't want to go that route. But she's like, keep an eye on it. If it gets worse, just take it out. You just don't want it to get worse. So I think I'm ultimately going to probably take it out at some point. Pretty much everyone that I've talked to on Instagram and everything like that is like, I had to take it out at some point, but then I could put it right back in. So I don't think I'm worried about it closing, like I said, but I kind of like having it there. So I think this little silicone one's probably gonna be pretty short-lived. And then she was saying, I asked her because I seen someone do it that I follow, and then I seen it come up on one of my apps about a fetal non-stress test. I think that's just where they like basically just put a monitor around your belly, and it just kind of like monitors the activity, the heart rate, stuff like that. And I asked about that, and she said that's not like a standard thing unless, you know, you are, you know, have hypertension, preeclampsia, like gestational diabetes, any of that kind of stuff. But she said for us, because I'm like IVF and I'm kind of like a high risk / specialty patient, that would be something that they would do regularly for us starting at 36 weeks every time, because I guess, you know, at that point you're going in every single week anyway. So I think during those appointments they would put the monitor on just to see if any contractions are happening, stuff like that. Fetal non-stress test will be something that becomes regular in the last couple weeks of like the last month, I guess. I just asked her about just kind of like his activity fluctuations and the like my weight and his weight, just because again, like he is like a tiny bit big. She's like, he's like normal, like big, not like concerningly big, which is what everyone's telling me, so I need to just like stop worrying about that at this point. Oh, and then I asked her about postnatals, because I've been seeing a lot about like taking postnatals, you know, for postpartum, like after you give birth. But she's like, just keep taking your prenatals while you're breastfeeding. Like you don't need to be taking, because I kind of get the impression they're kind of gimmicky, but I do know some of them have like slightly different ingredients that may support breastfeeding and stuff like that. But she's like, just keep taking your prenatals as long as you're breastfeeding, and then obviously if you want to get pregnant again, then just keep taking them like indefinitely, essentially. So that's kind of what I figured. So I think that I'll just keep doing the prenatals I've been taking for years. I've literally been on a prenatal since we started trying, which was obviously at this point over 2.5 years ago. And then hopefully I can, you know, have a really successful breastfeeding, a long breastfeeding journey, and then, you know, we'll have another baby. So I'll probably just be on prenatals like my entire life at this point. And then she mentioned that my next appointment, which usually I go every 4 weeks at this point, but my next appointment will be in 3 weeks instead of 4 weeks, and that will be my glucose test, which I'm so nervous about. I'm only nervous about it because I really don't want to fail it and have to do the 3-hour one. The 3-hour one sounds horrendous. But she said like not to worry about it. She's like, don't fast, like don't do anything special. And I was like, are you sure? Because like I keep seeing people say don't eat like sugar, don't eat fruit, all that kind of stuff the day before. She's like, no, like if that's what you would normally eat it, because you don't want your body to be like super low in sugar and then get, you know, the sugary drink and have it actually spike and then skew the results even more than it would have. So it's actually bad to like cut out sugar immediately before. She's like, don't diet, like don't do anything differently because you're gonna throw off the results and it could work against you rather than working for you. So I was glad that she said that. And she said before the test though, like don't necessarily have something super sugary right before the test. Like that morning, like I was like, should I have something? Like, cause like for example, today, I didn't eat anything before we went. I brought my coffee, but our appointment, we had to get there at 8 o'clock. So like I didn't have breakfast and I was like, should I be fasted like I would be in a normal situation like today, or should I purposely try to eat something regardless of what time it is? She was like, yeah, I would probably eat something. She's like, but you know, I would do like a protein, like, you know, eggs or like bacon or like something, you know, sausage or something like that. Like probably don't like have like a sugary cereal or yogurt and fruit like immediately before the test, and then also, you know, douse your body like 30 minutes later with this super sugary drink. So I'm just gonna take her advice. I'm not like a super sugar heavy person. I'm a carb heavy person, which I know, like, I don't know, biologically carbs and sugars are kind of like similar, like in terms of how they're metabolized and stuff like that. Obviously I'm not a doctor, but I feel like they're kind of similar in that regard. But I'm just gonna follow her advice, have a normal day, obviously try to not go ham and have like a ton of sugar, but obviously not like purposely avoid it either. I'm a little nervous for that, but I'm hoping that I will pass within the first try. I think I'm gonna be so nervous for the results though. I'm not really nervous for the drink. She said they have a whole bunch of different flavors, like 3 different flavors, and she said it just tastes like flat, like soda or something. So anyway, that will be in 3 weeks, but that was basically it for today. It was pretty straightforward. We just chatted, and oh, I'm feeling so full from that bagel. But I think the rest of the day I'm gonna go work on the nursery like I have been. So again, I don't know how I'm breaking up these vlogs, so if these like end abruptly or start abruptly, it's just because I'm like filming probably a ridiculous amount of footage just all in a row, and I don't really know how much footage I have, or once I edit it, like how long it is until like post filming. So this might be the beginning of a video, this might be the end of a video, but either way, we're gonna do some more nursery work today. I really want to try to get that done as soon as possible because it's just like a lingering project that I like to like start things and then finish them. I don't really like to like start them and have them drag out. So anyway, I'm gonna get up there. All the clothes are pretty much done, so at this point it's just like the other stuff. So I'm excited though. I've been enjoying doing it. As like kind of like tedious as it is, it's kind of fun. It's the same day as the last clip. I just got changed and kind of put my hair back and stuff. The clothes are officially all dressed. The accessories, the shoes, the socks, everything is addressed. It's stored away. I kind of like addressed the like bigger size stuff. Like I had a good amount of 12 to 18 and 18 to 24 stuff that I wasn't sure if I was gonna hang or fold or what, and I ended up kind of like storing them. Keep in mind I'm gonna do a whole like nursery organization tour type video, so you guys will see all this eventually. I'm like sweating because I've been going so ham, but I stored everything away, like took the socks like out of their packaging, put them in like where they're gonna live. Clothes, accessories, pretty much everything he's gonna like wear is all addressed and completely like out of this room. Like there's a lot of room in here now. So I'm starting in here with the everything else, which like I mentioned to y'all, this is like a fairly organized mess. It's kind of toppling over here because I just moved some like the bigger box items that, you know, don't really need to be addressed at the moment. I'm just storing right over there, and then this is kind of all the remaining stuff that needs to find a home, be purged through, kind of like taken out of its like containers or its wrappers. Like I have a bunch of obviously burp cloths and washcloths that I want to put in the bathroom. Obviously tons of bottles and binkies I want to put where they're gonna go. So I don't know exactly how to address this because I also want to set up my nursing and diaper caddies, which is what that's gonna be. Those two little bin things there. This is a little overwhelming. I don't exactly know where to start and exactly where it's all gonna go. I have a general idea, but I think I just need to like start from one side and just kind of like sweep across. All right, it doesn't look like it, but we're making good progress. So like kind of what I'm doing is just categorizing and organizing. So like these are all of the washcloths I have. I have them like rolled up and layered in here. None of this stuff is washed yet, so this is all just very temporary. I'm just like kind of getting things where they're gonna go, and then washing it will kind of be like the next step, so I don't have to like have everything all over the place and then wash it and then figure it out. I have like washcloths and then all our like hooded towels, and then I organized all of our burp cloths all right here, so I'm just kind of like taking inventory. And there's actually quite a bit of stuff, like I think I've mentioned this, that I'm realizing that I just like don't like, just like not into anymore. So like for the burp cloths, there's a couple that I'm gonna be returning, and I actually ordered a couple of different ones. I ordered like a set of copper pearl ones, some muslin ones. Now I'm here working on like bibs. I have like 33 bibs here, which seems like overkill, and a lot of them are these bandana ones, which I know are really good for drool but not so good for like eating. I don't know, I don't think I have a very good, like, I mean I probably have half bandana and like half regular, but again, a lot of these are just like cute. I'm not sure in terms of functionality. And then like I know a lot of people use like swaddle blankets as burp cloths, so I need to take inventory of the blankets too. But yeah, I'm glad I'm doing this because I'm kind of picking and choosing what I'm liking and then what I want to return and order instead. Like this is the bib situation I have. This like set of bibs I really like because this is just like all my first holidays, so if I don't have like a shirt for it, I feel like I could just like put this on him. So I love those, but then I have like some, I think this one's like specifically like a teething or drool bib. Yeah, like they have kind of, I don't know, they're like more water resistant and they're like double layered, and you can, I don't know if you can tell, but they're like, they're not fully cloth, they're almost, I don't know, like silicone in the inside, so they won't get super saturated, I don't think. But then I have a lot of just like the tie-dye or like the bandana ones, just because I think those are the cutest. And then I have some just like regular, these are the ones my girlfriend recommended because they're like really big, like they cover a lot of surface area in terms of like their shoulders and their body. So I'm trying to see what I have too much of, what I need more of, that kind of thing. And Willie is perched up on top of all the, like I showed y'all, I have all these boxes here, and he's just like lounging, looking out the window. He'll probably be there all day if I let him. So I'm gonna probably wrap it up here for today. Honestly, it's looking so good in here. Everything is very organized. I put like basically all the toys in these two bins. They're not open or anything, but I have the toys in here. Kind of started organizing my nursing and diaper caddy. I put all of my postpartum / some breastfeeding stuff in this bag, so it's organized. And then like over here, again, it still looks kind of messy, but it's really just first aid, medical, laundry, lotion kind of stuff, and bath stuff. It's like all spread out, but it's honestly in good shape. I do have a box of returns here, so I'm gonna like let this kind of accumulate before I go and like actually return them. And I have a box of garbage and I actually have like a bag of garbage in here too, so all this is like slowly accumulating as well. So I think I probably only have like maybe one, or I could probably finish getting that all organized tomorrow, and then I kind of, there's so many steps to this because I need to like finish organizing what's in there, and some stuff I have like already opened and kind of gotten its final place, but then I need to kind of like start organizing the diaper changing drawer and putting everything kind of in its home, and then obviously wash it at some point. So there's a lot of steps to this, but I think I can finish in that room probably tomorrow. But I just got dressed, like threw a tiny bit of makeup on. I feel like I've had so many outfits and like different hairdos so far today. I just put just like a plain black t-shirt on. I actually have like my belly band under here just to kind of hold my belly in. I feel like just like it helps with my back. It helps a lot. Just some shorts, and we're gonna grab dinner. I think we're gonna go to Bye Bye Baby, and I have like a return to do at TJ Maxx, so I'll bring you all along. All right, we went with some Freddy's mainly because we want to get ice cream after this, but we're so excited. This burger looks bomb, and these are kind of like the shoestring fries. I'm excited. Of course, we go out and it starts torrentially downpouring. It's like beautiful all day, and then we leave the house and it just, the sky just opens up. We were just at Bye Bye Baby and I totally forgot to grab my camera. I was like in the zone, but now we're getting donuts and a milkshake. We have acquired the goods. It has like a little donut on it, tons of whipped cream and Oreo, and then Ken got like a boring, just like a glaze with icing, but mine has chocolate filling and then it's glazed. I'm gonna save mine for tomorrow, but this looks pretty pretty insane.
Yeah, I can't wait to see.
car by my baby is like not very, like it's new, it's super new and it's nice, but I just find it to be like hard to shop. Like I don't feel like the organization makes sense. So anyway, we just popped in there and I've been wanting this. This is like the Raspuddy, which is like the Wubbanub, but I honestly think the sloth of the Raspuddy is way cuter than the Wubbanub one. So Ken doesn't even think this looks like a sloth. I think it totally does, but it's way cuter than the other version and it's so fluffy. So I think he's excited. He was moving around a lot, so I'm gonna take that as the approval. It is a new day. We are already making so much progress. I literally woke up and all I wanted to do was come and work on this stuff. Oh, speaking of which, I took my belly button ring out finally. I don't know, it was just getting uncomfortable and it was getting snagged on everything, like even with the silicone one, like the bendy one. So I'm just gonna give it a break. Maybe I'll put one back in. Sorry, my eyes are bothering me. Maybe I'll put it back in if it like heals up. I don't know. But anyway, I'm really trying to like crush this room. Ken is away golfing this morning, so I'm kind of using that as like a little like stopwatch and trying to like just blitz this room and get it done. And I'm pretty excited. I feel like I'm making moves. I just do this every single day. Like every day that I spend in here, whatever category I go through, I end up like picking a bunch of stuff that I don't want anymore and I just like get rid of it. Like get rid of it as in I put it in the returns pile, and then I will like order a bunch. Oh. And then I'll end up ordering a bunch of more stuff from that category based on like what I'm returning, like if I need more of it. And I've been like putting on Instagram like little polls and question boxes to find out what the best like brands are or best like types of whatever, burp cloths, bibs, things like that. So I feel like for like every chunk that I return, I end up just ordering a bunch more, but I'm getting really good recommendations. So I'm actually really excited about like some of the stuff that I'm gonna be replacing, because I think I kind of just bought stuff just to like check it off at first, but now I feel like I'm getting recommendations and stuff that's gonna be a little bit more either just like better quality or useful or whatever. So yeah, this is a combination of like organizing and then a lot of shopping. I'm still grinding away, but we are definitely making so much progress. However, I'm laughing at the number of bottles I have. I have so many sinking bottles. I have like this huge pack here. I have a bunch of like different random ones in here, like all different brands. I have a whole bunch of like random ones over here that I got just in like a bunch of those different like free baby boxes and stuff. I just counted, I have 30 bottles. I definitely have, like you saw, like a couple of certain kinds, so I don't have like 30 different bottles. I don't even know what my hair situation is. I sat outside for a little bit and it was windy. So yeah, I think 30 bottles is probably plenty, way too many. So I'm definitely leaving some unopened. Obviously eventually we're just gonna wash a bunch and try a bunch, and obviously hopefully he likes some or most of the ones we have, since obviously I know babies can be kind of particular. And then I have a couple like random different nipple sizes too, but I'm not like buying much of those until we figure out obviously like what bottles and what nipples we and he prefer. So I just made a list of like all the stuff I have left to do, like not even including, you know, all of this stuff that I'm dealing with in here, but also just in general, like obviously like packing the diaper caddy, the nursing caddy, the diaper bag, washing like everything, the toys, the clothes, the blankets. I still have to go address. I have like a ton of random between like muslin and receiving blankets and like kind of cozier blankets I have to go through. And then obviously I need to start organizing the drawers. Like I have all the diaper stuff, and actually I'll have to show you all that right before I end this video for today. But like I organize all like the kind of like health and first aid stuff, and then like the bath stuff, and then the diaper type stuff, like the different lotions and stuff. So I have to like obviously get those in like the drawers and figure out like in terms of practicality how we're gonna use them. And then organize like the kitchen, like where I'm gonna keep all the bottle washing stuff. That's like laundry detergent, so I'm gonna have to figure out like where I'm putting stuff in the laundry room. And then I have this big bag of my like postpartum stuff. It's just like this huge bag. It's stuffed full. Some of it's coming in my hospital bag. Some of it will obviously stay here because I know the hospital has the majority of stuff. So I need to figure out how I want to like set up a little postpartum like caddy kit sort of thing. I have to like go through all the toys because the toys I like separated into these bins, but I just like put them in there for organization purposes. I haven't like opened them or sorted through them, or I don't know, established like what I'm keeping where. Like obviously probably put like a couple little things in the diaper bag, all like the bath stuff, like the bath toys and like the little pour and the washcloths. Like I feel like I'm making such good progress and I'm getting a lot done, but at the same time, every time I get something done, I feel like there's like 8 more steps for whether it's that particular thing or just like in general. So my to-do list is getting crossed off, but it's also like growing at the same time, which obviously if y'all have had a new baby at any point, I'm sure you know this is probably obviously super normal like part of the process. And I am having fun because I really do enjoy this stuff, and it's kind of fun like rediscovering all the stuff that I've purchased over the last couple months. And obviously like I only get one time. I mean, obviously with each baby you probably do some of this again to some degree, but I feel like you only get like one chance at kind of like doing all this, especially for the first time, obviously. So I'm having fun. I also made like a little basket of all the diaper bag stuff, like things I specifically purchased to keep in the diaper bag, like little like itsy ritzy, you know, the pacifier carriers and nursing covers and stuff like that. And of course, like I mentioned, this becomes like a shopping thing, so my Target cart is like completely full, so I need to go through that and figure out what I need to order. I have a gigantic box of returns. I'll show you all that too. Still a lot to do. Oh my gosh, I'm calling it a day. I have literally been up here since like 8:30 in the morning. It's now like past 5 o'clock, and this half of the room is now pretty much cleared out. The only things left over here are just a couple of laundry things, like those are laundry bags, and then like the baby, you know, stain remover and detergent, which I just have to kind of find a home for my laundry room cabinets. And then this is all basically like bottle slash kitchen type stuff. So like the bottle cleaning soap and, you know, like the little grass for the bottles and the dishwasher basket, all the actual bottles themselves. This is kind of like future baby stuff, like spoons and like bottles that are just gonna be too big for him for right now. This, I just need to kind of, well, I cleared out space downstairs already in the kitchen, so I just have to basically carry this all down there and then load it in. But I'm too tired for that. But other than this, we cleared out this whole room. The only like, well, not the only, like I said, my list, it just keeps getting longer. But I think I'm gonna wrap up all this like organizational footage for right now because I feel like I have a ton, like ton of it. And then I think what I might do is just film like a postpartum kit slash nursing caddy slash diaper caddy as like their own videos, either like setting them up and organizing them or just kind of like a tour of what's in my postpartum diaper and nursing caddies. So I feel like that can be kind of its own separate video rather than just getting like mushed into this video. I appreciate y'all coming along and hanging out with me for like all the craziness that was getting this room addressed. There's still like bigger stuff over here in the corner. I think I mentioned that before, like the car seat and the swing and just like some of the bigger stuff. But for the most part, it's all addressed. I probably need to spend a little more time in here, but for the most part, I'm feeling so good. And the organization in his room is so satisfying. Like I love how the drawers are looking and how they're organized. It seems very functional, so I'm super excited to share that with y'all. Obviously, I'm a first-time mom, so I don't know like how this system will ultimately work, but what I'm doing is based on a lot of research, either from, so if y'all have told me, people that I know have told me, blog like posts that I've seen, Instagram posts, YouTube videos, like I did a lot of research, so I'm feeling pretty good about how I set everything up, and I'm really excited about a lot of the products that I have. Anyway, I'm really excited to show y'all a lot of goodies that I'm very excited about. Obviously, don't know how they work, but just based on like the quality and how they seem, I'm pretty excited. So thank y'all so much for coming along on this like craziness that was getting this room situated. I hope that y'all enjoyed. If you would like to subscribe, we would love to have you. We have so much fun here. And until next time, I will see y'all in our next video. Bye guys.